Today's 928 day that I'm here to lessons I'm learning. I hope this will support your dreams, your goals, allow you to become the person that you want to become. Today I speak about leadership, about leaders, and what kind of words resonate with leader. What kind of words every single leader is supposed to understand, fully understand, reflect on, and grow into. Because every single word that we really, this is what kind of leader is supposed to look like. And we say, those are the words that every single leader needs to learn, improve, and get better. So it means that if we have the words, the character traits that every single leader is supposed to have, that means we have those character traits that we need to improve and able to reflect on. So from 1 to 10, how could you could rate yourself in those traits? How you could potentially see them yourself? Because I truly believe that there's a lot of character traits that every single leader understands that they would love to have. But I think that some are the must-haves. And I think that those things that I will share today is those must-haves that must develop, because I think that a lot of times people have different perspective, different view, what kind of traits a leader is supposed to have. And today we'll focus on really those traits that I truly believe that every single person, every single leader is supposed to work on and developing themselves. Number 1 is visionary. That means we're able to reflect, how good as a leader are you? Do you have a vision for your life? Because if you do not have a vision for your own life, how are you supposed to imagine that you'll have a vision for a business, for a group, for the community, or anything between? Of course, as a leader, we always need to understand that we need to lead ourselves. So do you have a vision for our life? Because if you don't have a vision for yourself, maybe the first step is really not have a vision for other people. Because sometimes it's easy to think, you're supposed to do that. But have you reflect on what kind of vision you're supposed to have? And when you're able to really create a plan, a vision for yourself, and be that visionary for yourself, then of course you're able to really implement exactly the same strategy to create a vision for other people. Number 2 is inspiring. That means that when we think about vision, when you want to be a leader, because you potentially could have a vision for yourself and really do your best to achieve that vision. But when you think about really inspiring, that means that your vision inspires other people to be better, to be bolder, to be somebody that inspires them to take action. So I think inspiring is a very beautiful word, because we're really able to really show a positive example. So lead by example. Leader by example is a very, very powerful thing, because say, this is what we do, this is what I'm pursuing, and I'm working very hard towards that. And of course, when we say, this is amazing, I want to do the same, and of course, that is very, very inspiring. Number 3, and it's a very important word, is courageous. Leaders lead because they go first. They go into unknown, they go to challenges, they go through mistakes, and because they go into the fog. In that fog, you have no idea what is other side of the fog, other side of the forest. But you go directly into that because you are a leader. And I think that if you are rating yourself from 1 to 10, how courageous are you? I think that when you think about you want to be a leader, working on towards becoming a courageous person is essential. And I always say that courage is one of the most important things. And why is that? Why courage is one of the most important things? Because when you have courage, you will be able to build anything. Because you're not afraid to try, you're not afraid to fail, you're not afraid of anything of. Because you have courage to do something for the first time, do something, fail and choose something new and do something uncomfortable on a consistent basis to really build anything what you want. So courageous is very essential. Number 4 is influential. This is very important, because when you think about leaders, sometimes we say, this leader commands things. But command is one of the most powerful leadership things. One of the least powerful. So it means if a person is not able to influence people, he a lot of times will command. But command is not leadership. This is authority. And sometimes we follow because of authority, but that is not leadership, because leadership is influence. So influential means that you're able to influence by your actions, by your decisions, by your words, not by telling what other person needs to do, but just by asking the question someplace is more than enough to really show that they are influential and making sure that other people are able to follow opinion of a leader. Number 5 is decisive. This is again essential thing. There is no chance to be a leader without being decisive. So that means when you want to make a decision for your own life, you need to be very decisive, because leaders make a decision very fast because we want to lead, because leaders are first. So if you don't make that fast decisions and you're always at the bottom, at the end, how are you supposed to be a leader? A leader is supposed to be at first. So they make fast decisions and they adjust fast as well. Because they see, okay, they take action, they get some kind of results, and now based on those results, they're able to shift, pivot, and move forward. And that's what leaders do, because they lead. They are always first. They take initiative. Number 6 is empathetic. Empathetic. That means empathy is very important for a leader. Because if a leader do not have empathy, that person, that leader, will start to manipulate people. Because he will not understand what his people need, what the followers need. But when you have empathy, when you care for your people, for people who really trust you, who feel that you care, of course, at that moment, you will make sure that you understand that followers are essential. You will be servant leader. That means you understand, okay, this is what they want, and I will help you to achieve that. That means that you will connect how that person's goals align with your goals or company's goals, and really win-win situation rather than you have your own goal. And of course, you use people for your own benefit. And empathy is important to understand that you help people achieve their goals rather than yours. Number 7 is resilient. Resilient. And that means that when challenges come, leaders go into the storm because they are resilient. Every single person is struggling a lot of times during bad days. And leaders need to be those people who, no matter what day it is, it could be a bad day, it could be a good day, it could be a great day, it could be a terrible day, but they're able to really put themselves together so they have a very good emotional stability, emotional regulation. And because they're resilient, they're able to really go through good days and bad days, no matter what. And people, because the leader is resilient, it doesn't matter what kind of day they're going through, they know that they're able to really believe that he will persevere because he has this resilience. And that's when you're able to really know that this is a leader. Number 8 is empowering. Empowering is a beautiful word. Because when you think about power, this means giving power. Empowering. That means that what kind of authority, what kind of power do you give? What kind of resources do you give to people that follow you? It's very, very important. Because if you empower yourself, even that's important, that means you're making a gap between yourself and followers. But I think that's true leader, not just a random leader. But I'm speaking about really the highest level leader. He wants to make sure that follower and leader is always very close. And leader is always wants to empower that those followers could become leaders by themselves as soon as possible. And I think that's very, very beautiful when you're able to really build that, help them to build their autonomy. Number 9 is transformative. This is a beautiful word as well, transformative. So that leaders help to transform other people's lives. That means that they help to understand, to think differently, do differently, be different. That means that leaders allow to transform themselves, they transform themselves. Because transformational leader is a leader who transforms themselves. And because they transform themselves, they believe that other people are able to transform themselves as well and lead them into personal transformation. I think that every single person needs to have personal transformation. And we need to work very hard that we reduce that time rather than transform ourselves in 20 years. Maybe able to reduce that time because of a leader to 10 years, maybe 5 years. To make sure that we transform ourselves on a consistent basis to achieve the best version of ourselves. Number 10 is trustworthy. That means that we need to really understand that we're able to understand that this leader, this leader really care about me, and I'm able to trust that leader. So trustworthy is very essential, because if you do not trust that this leader will make a promise and will keep his promise, and will do what he said do, of course, we will not follow that kind of leader. So trust is essential. Trust is one of the foundational things as well of leadership, because if you're not able to trust, that means that you will not follow. And the last one that I really want to make sure that I understand that 11 is that every single leader needs to be collaborative. If a leader doesn't have followers, that means it's not a leader. But if you want to really have followers, you need to be collaborative. And again, there's a lot of leaders who have followers, but they're not collaborative. That means that they have a gap between leaders and followers. But at the same time, they are not the best leaders. They are just leaders. Because I said every single person is a leader. But how good leader are you? That's a different case. Some people are 1 of 10, some are 10 of 10. And 10 of 10 leaders, what they do, they collaborate. So that means they are very collaborative. They find how they really could put themselves together to make sure they get best results. Because I really love saying that 1 plus 1 mind, 1 head plus 1 head, like when you have 2 minds, it's not 2 minds. You have 11 minds, because you're able to really discuss and find different ideas. So that means from 2 ideas, you will come with 11. And that means the more people you have, the more collaborative you have, the leader will grow, improve, because when he's a servant, because I truly believe when you're trying to help other people, when you really help other people, you transform not other people's lives, but sometimes even transform your own life even more. So sometimes I truly believe that it's just a very, very selfish thing and idea to really to add value to other people, because you have joy, massive joy and bliss by helping and adding value to people. And I think that true leader has that bliss, has the joy when they really adding value to people and really collaborate with other people to make a difference in other people's lives. So there's a lot of words, and I think that might be that you have other words that you think, okay, this is for sure every leader is supposed to have this character trait. So yeah, like reflect on that and think about it, and how you're supposed to grow in that area. So if you believe that this is very important for a leader, really measure yourself, because what is not measured is not improved. So what is not measured is not improved. So you're able to really rate yourself based on what you want to improve next year and start working it. Maybe you have, okay, this 2024 will be my collaborative year. So that means I will work very hard to understand how I could become more collaborative. Because I think that when we want to really improve, sometimes it's the best is just choose 1 or 2, not all 11, 1 or 2 that you want to develop in the next 3 months, maybe next 6 months. And when you're able to improve, okay, I'm pretty good now. Okay, let's work on other one. And I think that when you're able to really focus on one thing at a time, it's much easier to build it to a very strong level and really focus on something else. So I hope that allows you to reflect how good a leader are you, and really start building that, because every single person is a leader and be able to become even better. So I hope you choose to win, and see you tomorrow.